Hello, you wonderful people. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the teaser trailer that came out at the time of me recording this for season 2 of Peacemaker. If you haven't seen it already, I'll include a link to it in the description. First and foremost, I was kind of confused when Sean Gunn popped up because I was like, wait, he's playing Maxwell Lord in the DCU, so who is he as this character? But then I saw Isabel Merced and Nathan Fillion, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is him. Oh, that's interesting. So Peacemaker is trying to get recruited to whatever squad Maxwell Lord is pieced together, which brings up a whole bunch of questions because it makes you wonder, is this pre or post Superman? Because of some of the stuff, obviously these are going to like influence each other because we saw these very characters in the teaser trailer, plus we know that, spoilers, we know Rick Flag Sr. is also in Superman. So I'm wondering, because we find out in this he's the leader of Argus, so that must mean like, and for, you know, from what we know, I'd assume that would mean Superman would be post Peacemaker. Maybe James Gunn has already kind of like confirmed like the timeline for this stuff. I don't know. Is it really that important? No, but the nerd in me is like, oh, but the connected dots, you know, it's like trying to piece together the timeline. It's definitely, well, I'd assume it's post Creature Commandos, because Creature Commandos is supposed to be like post season 1 of Peacemaker, which that's a whole other lengthy conversation in itself. But we'll kind of get that in a little bit. But obviously, it's like interesting to know that you have Peacemaker trying to join a squad, because I think when he's, you know, obviously season 1 was a journey of him dealing with a lot of stuff that he did, coming into terms with not being the greatest dude, but trying to be a great dude by being a hero. And it's like, yeah, we saved the world and everything, but they kind of get no respect. It's interesting because it doesn't seem like the rest of the team is trying to join him. It seems like that's just something Peacemaker's doing on his own. But it's like, oh, here's a superhero squad being put together that's not the Justice League, because we don't know if the Justice League really exists. I don't know if Maxwell Lord, I mean, he's got his own version of the Justice League, but it's not like the Justice League proper, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure it's just Peacemaker being like, yo, I want to be on the right side of history. I want to join up with a hero squad and do good in the world. But then they kind of reject him because they say he suck and they thought the mic was off. And I was like, oh, mad disrespectful. And so it seems like this kind of found family we got in the Peacemaker squad is kind of falling apart. And I'm curious, without Murn's leadership, I wonder, is that kind of where things have kind of fallen apart? Because it seems like the team is scattered. Adebayo and Peacemaker seem to still be pretty tight. Obviously, they're best friends, so it makes a lot of sense. But obviously, she's trying to make things work with her significant other. We see that Hardcore is just kind of raging, and I love that the guy's calling her out for her, like, some form of toxic masculinity, and she's like, what? And she's raging out, and I'm curious why. I'm wondering what happened on that front for her. Like, things ended up probably pretty good, but I guess it's like maybe she kind of has, I think they're all probably feeling a little directionless now. Like, oh, you saved the world, but no one really acknowledges you. You're kind of like bottom of the barrel. Like, where do you go from here? I mean, it's a teaser trailer, so we don't know what the main beats are going to be. I mean, it seems like the main thing is going to be like, yo, Peacemaker's trying to get away from Argus, which is now led by Rick Flag Sr., because it's like, yo, you killed my son, I'm coming after you. He's probably trying to handle things by the book. But like I said, that's also interesting if you think about where he was post Creature Commandos, and I'd assume this is. But once again, that's my big question, because I'm like, I don't remember if they ever explicitly said like Waller was still running Argus at the time, because she was kind of running, but that might have been a side operation she brought him in on, for him to be running Argus. I mean, this would also make sense post season 1 of Peacemaker, because she got ousted by Adebayo, so it's like, of course, like, you lose your position. But I don't know if she lost her position post Creature Commandos. Like I said, if she was running Argus, I can't remember if she was or not, because she did put together her own little squad at the end of season 1. So putting together a new squad post everything in season 1. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm interested by the timeline of it all. But it just seems like a nice, like, hey, we kind of scattered and we kind of came back together and we're kind of on the run, doing everything we can to try and, I guess, keep Peacemaker from getting like arrested or most likely killed. I guess they're kind of acting a little bit like fugitives, so it's probably not just Peacemaker on the run, the rest of them are on the run too. But like I said, this ragtag group is together. I'm curious to see whether the characters we get this season, for example, like, will Judo Master, will he be back this season? Obviously he didn't die last season, so there's potential for that character to return. Obviously all the butterflies basically died at the end of season 1. There was the leader, but like, Peacemaker gave that leader like the little bit of food that was left. But I'm like, I wonder will we catch up with that at all? But it's like, well, no, you're most likely going to die because there was no more food because your cow is dead now. So, but I'm curious, will they like touch on that at all? Because the big question was, well, James Gunn has said like most, like 95% of Peacemaker season 1 is going to be canon to the DCU. It did happen, but the Justice League scene won't. That won't exist. And he's like, oh, the show will explain it. So many people have had their thoughts of, well, how would they explain it? Would they be like, oh, Peacemaker imagined it? And people would be like, what are you talking about? The Justice League never showed up. Or is it going to be a situation of, are they going to answer it with a multiverse answer? And the ending, the stinger at the end of the trailer kind of implies there's going to be some multiverse stuff because Peacemaker steps through a door and then there's like another him being like, who are you? So it's like, oh, it's a different universe, which is going to upset some people because people are like, really? Obviously, a lot of people are tired of the multiverse in movie, TV shows and stuff like that, but especially this early on in the DCU, even though it's like this DCU's kind of been in motion, it's already an established thing that's we're jumping into the middle of it essentially. So, you know, a multiverse would already be established and existing, not unless we're implying like Peacemaker's the first one to stumble across the multiverse in the DCU. Probably not, but you know. But I can tell people are like, oh, we're doing the multiverse thing, but they're going to play it for gags. They probably won't be too serious with it, but knowing it's already out there, once again, as long as you keep it small scale, I haven't really done anything big with it yet, I think it's perfectly fine. So I am curious to see if that ends up being a case of like that's their, like the Justice League scene is from that universe where things took a different turn. I mean, because he also is wearing a completely different helmet. I'm also curious how the helmet situation works now, considering like most of that tech stuff was based around his dad, which his dad is dead, but we saw at the end of season 1, he's going to be haunted by his dad's ghost, and what role that plays in the show, especially in conjunction with like one of the biggest regrets he has is killing Rick Flag Jr. and now Rick Flag Sr.'s there. So haunted by your father while hunted by his father. So it's just it's an interesting dynamic. And once again, teaser trailer, so we don't really get the full story beats. We just get a vibe and some story beats. But I'm excited to have the show back. I'm excited to see where this goes, kind of what it sets up for the DCU, but also just Team Peacemaker, what wacky shenanigans and things get set up. But obviously these are some of my thoughts. Let me get to know yours in the comments. What do you expect from this season? What do you want from this season? Let me know all your thoughts. But really, that's all I wanted to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.